And very sweet of the Swedes, I must say, to give us...
3-0 this evening, and now top England's group by 2 points. Well, the christening of a new national stadium for Sweden. England glad to see the back of the old one. They haven't beaten Sweden in Stockholm since 1937. Andy Townsend alongside me. You never know quite what to expect from a friendly. What's the vibe you get about the pitch of tonight's game?
Oh, certainly, Clive. I think this is
forward towards Mattias Renegi, and a bit of a misunderstanding between Gary Cahill and Joe Hart, but Cahill didn't stand on ceremony and took charge of the situation. Last victory on Swedish soil in 1965 was in Gothenburg. We have to go back to the 30s for the last time England won in the Swedish capital. It was a bruising introduction to international football for Raheem Sterling.
Yeah, it just falls there, doesn't it? I don't know if...
We've seen between the two for years. Cleverly linking with Welbeck. And handball given against Danny Welbeck. It did rather rear up at him.
It did. It just sat up a little bit, didn't it, off the surface? Yeah. The Swedish team, solid back four, Clive.
Young. Bundled over by Lustig, although a throw-in has been given. Osman. Welbeck. This is Leon Osman. It's a smart save by Andreas Isaksson, and Leon Osman settling into international football quickly.
Yeah, little 1-2 there with Danny Welbeck. Never really caught the shot, did he, Leon Osman? But I'm pleased to see him playing for England.
A bit too strong. Ibrahimovic. On goes Welbeck. Young. Welbeck tumbled.
Isn't he in an England shirt?
Gerrard in towards Cahill. Oh, it only needed a touch, and he didn't quite get a touch.
Anything on that, Clive, and it's in the net. You saw the reaction from Isaksson.
Ball accurately, catch Niklic. Now Shellstrom. He can strike them with that left foot. And flies by a post, which I think Joe Hart had covered.
Yeah. He had runners going beyond him there, Kim Shellstrom, but nothing but...
Johnson to Sterling. Martin Olsen's getting to him very quickly. Here's Mattias Renegi, and he's got Martin Olsen overlapping to his left. Ibrahimovic waits in the centre. Olsen, Ibrahimovic, another chance, 1-0. Something fitting about the fact that the first goal in the new national stadium is scored by Sweden's talismanic striker, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. England gave him a second chance.
You know, Glenn Johnson had possession. He knocked the ball into Raheem Sterling and then seemed to run beyond him a little bit. Steven Gerrard also a little bit further forward. Once they get the chance to counter, then they're running straight at the central defenders. It's a good run from Martin Olsen outside Renegi. Now he's just got to find the right pass. Good run from Ibrahimovic. Gets a little bit of good fortune, but that's a really smart finish. It's just a stab, a toe poke, right into the roof of the net.
Has gone down injured. This is Raheem Sterling. Now Danny Welbeck. Pull back to Glenn Johnson. Oh, and the touch by Cleverly on the edge of the 6-yard box. There was no flag against him. It was a chance.
He did well, Tom, Cleverly. He just gambled. He just put himself in a position where he thinks I might get on the end of it. You'll see him make the move there, and having got there, he's got to put that in.
It's caught Isaksson, by the way. He's still down, the keeper.
Good work from Danny Welbeck, holds it up. Good, excellent run from Glenn Johnson, who decides to take the shot, and Tom Cleverly does everything right. Just gambles, just steps into the hole, just make a bit more contact.
And a free kick. Larson in towards Renegi. And he got to the front of the queue for a good cross from Seb Larson, but just couldn't quite direct it in.
And Gary Cahill just does enough, just about. As Renegi, as you say, has them long legs, he stretches for that, and he nearly makes enough contact to give Joe Hart something to think about.
Walker's got a problem called Ibrahimovic here. Niklic. Oh, and they got in a real tangle. Hartston particularly well. Ibrahimovic though, Renegi! Might just have sat up, but it was a clear chance for Mateusz Renegi, and England's a problem of England's making.
That's sloppy. That really is sloppy there. I think when Gary Cahill's underneath that, I think he's got to deal with it. Just ducking out the way of that, whether Joe Hart's calling for it or not. In the first minute, he did exactly the same and just thought, look, I'm going to argue about it after. I'll deal with it.
Ashley Young crossed in towards Welbeck. That's a terrific equaliser for England. Snapped up by Danny Welbeck from a searching cross from Ashley Young after a tremendous pass from Raheem Sterling. Praise for all three. England on terms with 10 minutes of the half remaining.
That's better all round, isn't it? As you say, excellent ball out from Sterling. Once again, better play from Ashley Young. It's a brilliant cross. It's such a great ball in. Danny Welbeck, as soon as he recognises Ashley Young's picking it up, he knows he just wants to try and find a yard. Now, give me something to attack, and it's absolutely perfect. Delivered on a sixpence, and he can't miss that.
Against Sweden in Kiev in the summer. Offside here, Ibrahimovic.
Just better all round though, Clive. Just a bit of care, the initial pass.
Sterling, England starting to find a little bit of rhythm and fluency. Raheem Sterling bundled over by Martin Olsen. Free kick England.
The referee should have a word with Martin Olsen as well. It's 2 or 3 times there, Raheem Sterling.
Gerrard with the free kick. And it's bundled in. And Stephen Corker has got a debut goal for England, who lead now in Stockholm.
Amazing turnaround.
20 years of age, Stephen Corker of Tottenham Hotspur scored against the English champions at the weekend and now marks his international debut with a goal. Another good delivery, isn't it? It's another really interesting, inviting ball from Steven Gerrard. Difficult one for the goalkeeper. Should he be coming to get out? I don't think he can. And again, Corker just takes a chance. He just thinks, if I can find a little bit of space and just throw myself at it, who knows? Larson. Ibrahimovic just chested that down under pressure from Cahill. Niklic. Ibrahimovic! They don't want to give him another chance like that. It was actually very good defending by Corker, who did enough. It's a corner. The original control, you're right, was fabulous from Ibrahimovic. And Niklic picks it up and just knocks it back. It's a difficult one to hit that with your right foot like that, letting that come across. Well, England took some time to find their feet on a surface which even the most talented feet have found a challenge. They fell behind to the very talented feet of Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Value of November games. There's space for Leighton Baines now to pick across. In towards Welbeck. There's Leon Osman scratching at the far post. I think Welbeck had the chance. Good play. Good football from England. They kept it well, didn't they? I thought Danny Welbeck might have crossed earlier for Sterling, but he came back out. Some patient football. Eventually coming to Leighton Baines. Good delivery. Dangerous ball towards the near post. Any sort of too easy for me. Sterling was fouled. He's enjoyed his night more and more as it's gone on. Raheem Sterling. You know, he's done very well this season, Clive. Whenever I've watched him, it's not easy for Raheem Sterling. Whenever he's picked it up and used the ball intelligently. Gerrard has found Osman. That's a smart save by Isaacson and his near post. Got in some good areas there, hasn't he, Leon Osman? Here's Gerrard. It's well struck. Isaacson fends it away. Another go, Stephen. Sterling. Shellstrom. Rather than away from Cahill. Hart came to claim it. Corker away. Hit by Larson. Never quite got over it. And Joe Hart feels he was fouled. Well, we'll see. And certainly Renegi, we know, is a big lad. The ball's hanging over the goalkeeper. It's not the best of headers there, certainly from Cahill. And I don't think Renegi does anything wrong. I think he's fully entitled to go for that. He does. And Svensson into Ibrahimovic. Tell Corker off. The defender did just about enough. It's a goal kick. I'm surprised at the finish, because the way that Ibrahimovic received the ball and resisted the challenge from Corker was really good. Just a touch and then he drags it past him.
Having done all of that, that's poor from him. Very difficult. Walker's tight and he's hanging on to him. He doesn't want to give him any.
Ibrahimovic has got on the dangerous side of Corker. It was a rather extravagant finish.
Yeah.
Didn't need me to tell him he could have taken the touch.
Could have took 2 or 3, Clive. Corker.
And now to Sterling. And now Glenn Johnson, who is onside here. Cut back towards Osman, Lustig did just about enough. Steven Gerrard! Far away.
That is a tempting one to hit first time. Again, you could argue whether Steven Gerrard takes a touch. I think any midfield player coming onto something like this is always going to be tempted to hit that one first time on.
Svensson. Oh, here's Ibrahimovic! Drill through Joe Hart with unstoppable power by Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He scored for the second time tonight, and Sweden are on terms.
Absolutely out of nothing. Whether or not England, because they've made changes, have just drifted and just slept a little bit, I'm not so sure. Let's credit the finish, the movement from Ibrahimovic. He just pushes Cahill away, then he just short cross away and just spins off of him. It's a stunning volley. That is a brilliant spot from Svensson. The control is worthy of one of the top strikers in the world, and the finish is magnificent. Ryan Shawcross has only been on for about 30 seconds. Welcome to international football.
Welbeck's onside. Osman. Neat feet. Yard either side of these, it would have been interesting.
Half a dozen times Leon Osman's got into some really clever little position
this evening. Free kick has gone Sweden's way. Playing here tonight doesn't change their positions in any way. They would have to play competitive minutes for England before they can beat. Well hit, it's in! The headline act on opening night is inevitably Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Hit with too much force. Barely a smile breaks his famous features, but pick this one out.
There's no way that one should be beating Joe Hart, Clive. That's his side. I really do.
Sana. Ibrahimovic, stopped by Huddleston. Now Ibrahimovic fouls Wilshere. He wants to know if it's possible for the Swedish captain to have a yellow card. Hart's going to have to deal with that. Hasn't quite done so. Ibrahimovic, surely not. Oh! Now that is brilliance.
Wow.
That is truly exceptional. You've got something to talk about tonight, folks. You have just seen a stunning goal from Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He's got 4 tonight, and England are beaten.
That's an incredible finish. I said at the start, I've seen flashes and bits from this guy against all of the English teams in the Champions League over the year. But I think in witnessing that, you've just seen something very, very special. That is an incredible goal. Because as soon as Joe Hart does that, I'll tell you what, now he's already thinking, I'm going for this. Bang! Fabulous athleticism, and the quality, the contact on the ball is amazing. I'll take my hat off to him there. That's an incredible goal.
Guess what the boos are for? Well defended by the substitute. Sweden's night. Zlatan Ibrahimovic's night. They have a stadium, a stage worthy of top-class international football, maybe not a pitch, and they have a captain who belongs among the leading lights of international football. 4 goals. England were leading with 15 minutes to play here this evening, but they've been beaten. Joe Hart, man enough to shake Zlatan Ibrahimovic's hand. That 4th goal was something to savour. What a night. Sweden 4, England 2.